Now, all these cell styles can be edited, they can be deleted, and they can also be modified, and you can also create your own cell styles. In fact, you can as well merge another Excel worksheet cell styles and merge it with your own. So I'm going to use one as an example. For example, let's say we want to type percent here. So let's say anytime we type something like this, let's look at it. Let's say anytime we type 5% like this, right? This is what we want. You want it to always show 5.25%, right? Or okay, let's even say I want it to always show 2 decimal and put it like this. In fact, let's make it interesting. We want it to always show plus sign for anyone that is positive. So let's say this. So maybe I should put it here. Let's see, is it going to okay? So let's assume. Let me put this icon to be able to show us that. So whenever we type anything positive percent, we want it to always show it for us in this format. In fact, we also want it to always make the color something like blue, right? We want to always make it something like blue, and also align to what, to the right, and always add 2 decimal to it, right? So which means if I go to another worksheet and I type 5.00%, which means I will need to start going back and doing this pre-formatting every time. If I go to another worksheet, I type that 5%, I want to start changing the color, doing this pre-formatting. So which means what I can do is I can pre-format it using my cell style. So cell styles, so I'll run us through how to create your own. Let's even start with that one. So new cell styles, as you can see it under here, I'll click on my new cell styles, and let me call this my percent, my percentage, my percentage. You could decide to use any name you prefer. And if you look closely, you can see that almost everything we have under this font, you have it here: number, alignment, font, border, fill, then protection. So, and I'll click on this format. So immediately I click on this format, I will have the same thing that I have under this my font, alignment, number. So you can see I have my number tab, alignment, my font, my border, my fill, and my protection. So which means under my number, I'll go to my custom. Or in fact, let me select percentage here, and I want it to always have 2 decimal one. Alignment, you should also you could decide to leave the alignment, or better still, let's say, hey, you know what, align to the right. But let's leave it the way it is. Font, we said, hey, just let's keep up with our Calibri font. Regular, yes, in case you want to make it italic, bold, you can also make that adjustment there. The font should always be 11. The color, so I can select the color here, right? Select the color. Border, if you want border, you could decide to select the type of line that you have, want to the border to have a specific color. You can also select it here, select the type of align, but let's leave that. Fill, if you want it to, if you want us to always fill it, maybe let's say something like this light ash, right? Let's even add border. So border, so let me change the border to something like ash color and put it just square border. And fill, let's leave that, and I'll just click on my OK. Now what we have here is number. If you don't want a this cell style I've created, it should not affect the number, you can untick it. Alignment, if you don't want anything to do with that, you can, because at times you can just create a cell style that only all you need is just the front color. So you want everything to follow your normal format. So the same thing you did, you can also create your format, your normal format. But we get there. So let's leave everything like this and click on OK. So which means if I come here and I just type 5%, enter, or even before I type the 5%, I can click on this cell, go to my cell style, and you see that the one I created, it would have written the name up. If I click on this percent now and I type 5, just ordinary 5, and I press enter, look at what happened. It automatically changes to this. Now remember I said, hey, we want it to always have plus in front of it. Go to the cell style, and this is how to modify. So either the one you've created or the one that you have there before, right? You can modify it. And let's see how to do that.